Good morning. Welcome in NFL week number 12.
Come on.
We gather here today to find winners. It's been a glorious run. It's been a glorious ride. It's been a roller coaster. My living room is ruined. Loop, we've made it to NFL week 12. And I mean, fellas, as we give a second for everyone to join in.
Come on in.
I can't believe it's NFL week number 12. Where has the time gone? I feel like we blinked our eyes. We saw Isaiah Likely big toe step on the out of bounds to end the game in Arrowhead, and now we're in NFL week 12. Before you know it, it's going to be the AFC Championship game, and there's going to be flags being thrown on the field for the Kansas City Chiefs to go to the Super Bowl. I can't believe my eyes. We have to soak in every moment.
Come on.
We have to go to that friend's house, find a seat on the couch, and watch every game.
Dude, time flies when football season is going on.
That's what it's all about. All of a sudden, you're going to be around the Thanksgiving dinner table talking to your cousin about anytime touchdown scores, and then you're going to be underneath the Christmas tree opening up goddamn presents. Time is flying.
It's the best time of the year, though.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
It really is.
But you have to soak in every moment.
You can't take a
Hang
second
out
for
with
granted.
the fellas.
Because soon, it's
Hang
going to
out
be
with the family.
Marlins, Phillies, sweating Nerfies.
Yep. Next thing you know, Zach Wheeler is going to be on the bump.
Error on the shortstop. We got first and third with one out.
Yep. You're going to be fucking sunburnt on an island somewhere, trying to wonder where your fucking cheeks are. But fellas, all we're trying to say is enjoy every moment.
Yeah.
Enjoy every bet.
Smoke it to the fucking filter.
Put it in the pipe and smoke it until the goddamn sun goes
Tell them
down.
about BetMGM.
BetMGM.
Welcome to Hold the Phone, presented by BetMGM. If you haven't signed up for BetMGM, use bonus code LOCKS. You'll get up to $1,500 first bet offer on your first wager with BetMGM. Download the app. Sign up using code LOCKS. Receive up to $1,500 in bonus bets if your first bet loses.
Bang.
Come on.
Bang. Come on, dude. If that's not an ad read, I don't know what is. Fellas, let's get into Thursday night
Sketchy.
football. An AFC North rivalry matchup on a short week. You got one team staring down the barrel of a 2-8 record. You have another team who is currently on top of the world right now. They might need a parachute to get down. The Pittsburgh Steelers on a 5-game win streak. An undefeated Russell Wilson coming off the game of their life, beating the Baltimore Ravens. No team should have to play on a short week after a game like that. Now they travel on the road. It's cold. It's windy. It's snowing. There's a chance of fucking meatballs coming down from the sky.
Correct.
The Pittsburgh Steelers are -3.5 in division. Loop, thoughts?
Scared.
Scared.
Yeah.
Scared for who?
I feel like you got to take the Browns, but I don't want to.
Correct.
Lines went from 4.5 to 3.5. 90% of the bets are on the Steelers. I think that's probably because of the weather.
Sometimes you got to do things that you don't want to do.
Correct.
And in this case, fellas, the 3.5 point spread is not a place we want to go. It's a place we need to go.
Have to go.
The Browns, we know it's death taxes and Mike Tomlin as a home dog.
Correct.
But Mike Tomlin as a road favorite on a short week in division, as I said yesterday, Loop, sounds like a death wish.
It really does.
It sounds like a death wish.
And Tomlin, it either goes one way or the other. The numbers are always very clear when Mike Tomlin is coaching on one of the sidelines.
I would have to be knocked out, tied up, and a sock put in my mouth to not take the Cleveland Browns tonight, plus a field goal and a half at home. Jameis is going to be speaking like goddamn Shakespeare in the locker room pregame.
Correct.
Give us the Browns. We have a going for glory parlay because we can't go a primetime game without a parlay. So we have Najee Harris, 50-plus rushing yards. We have Jalen Warren, 50-plus rushing, receiving. We have Nick Chubb, 50-plus rushing, and David Njoku, 50-plus receiving.
Cook.
That's 450s, fellas.
450s.
450s.
Put that under the tree.
Put that under the goddamn tree. Santa just came down with his sack down your goddamn chimney. Najee, 50 rushing. Warren, 50 rushing, receiving. Chubb, 50 rushing. Njoku, 50 receiving. Luke, we like the Browns, plus 3.5. Because we know, fellas, one more stat, one more nugget. This is why you bastards come in here and we get to talk ball and we get to talk about these games for this reason right here. The Pittsburgh Steelers have never won a road in-division Thursday night football game. How do you like those apples?
Scares me
Johnny,
even more.
Blake, Julian,
Come on.
Manuel, Keith, Q Todd. How do you like those fucking apples? The Pittsburgh Steelers have never won a road in-division Thursday night football game. 0-7. Mike Tomlin on the road on a Thursday night football game, and his career is 2-8 straight up. Underdogs in general in the AFC North since 2018 are 48-31 against the spread. And now you have a team coming off an outright win as an underdog, having to travel on the road in division. Those teams are under 50% against the spread. Loop, all roads lead to the Cleveland Browns. We're fucking psycho. This is a team who has won one game in their last 8. We're lunatics. We're absolutely psycho, freak, perverts for wanting to get into bed with the Cleveland Browns, but we don't want to do it. We have to do it.
Frank is saying bro been fading the Steelers every chance he gets and continues to lose.
We fucking took him last week.
We hammered him last week. It was our player of the week. Frank,
you were clearly not on the show last Thursday or
Frank,
Sunday.
why don't you tune in every Thursday and every Sunday at noon?
How about you drop a sub and you put the alerts on for when these fuckers go live?
Frank.
So give us the Browns plus 3.5.
Frank.
We're big Steelers people around here.
Yeah.
But Mike Tomlin as a road favorite on a short week, I would have to be in a fucking mental hospital not to be clicking that Browns button tonight. And with that being said, let's continue on down the line.
Somebody said, so basically, or Ben said, when you're saying it's just because it hits red 8 times, it means it's going to hit 9. Not exactly. Sometimes in sports, trends are trends for a reason. It's not really a flip of the coin. Look at Mike Tomlin at home. Waxes the Ravens.
Yeah.
As an underdog at home.
It's death taxes and Mike Tomlin as a home dog. And we took it and it hit and we took the 2.5 and we took the money line. And now it's a week-to-week league. We're going to sell that stock high and we're going to swoop in on the Cleveland Browns.
Frank said, chill. I'm just a Steelers fan.
Frank, we love you.
Blake said, Frank acting like Frink.
Frank, we love you. We're just fucking around. Here we go. Luke. This gets my balls tingling.
Bears coming off a big win against the Packers.
My testicles jingling.
Big game-winning field goal against Green Bay. Stopped the winning streak.
The Chicago Bears are coming off a massive
win.
A massive win.
Hang the banner. They beat the Packers.
After losing 10 games in a row, the Chicago Bears... Oh, wait, did I say that right?
Yeah.
After losing 10 games in a row to the Packers, the curse is finally over. The Chicago Bears and Caleb Williams hang the banner. They beat the Green Bay Packers. Game-winning field goal. The kicker curse.
Yeah.
The field goal
Eberflus
curse.
got him enough yards to get down there, kick it in.
Yep. A franchise who is cursed by field goal kickers finally hit a game-winning kick to go over the hump, to get over the obstacle of the Green Bay Packers and Matt LaFleur. They lost 10 straight games against Matt LaFleur.
New era, Caleb Williams, new sheriff in town.
Fellas, I know we're fucking around.
That's fun.
However,
That kick got blocked. I just saw the highlight.
that kick got blocked.
Packers win.
The Packers have now beaten the Chicago Bears 11 straight times.
People think we're being for real. Bears
Caleb
lost.
Williams.
They missed the field goal. Bears lost. Are we tweaking? They lost. Didn't they lose? Caleb looking like a bust.
Caleb Williams should have ended the nightmare against the Green Bay Packers last week. But the curse continues. The Chicago Bears, the kick is up and it is blocked.
Mm-hmm.
And the field goal curse continues in Chicago. The Bears, since 2019, against the NFC North, are 9-22 against the spread.
Oof.
The Bears, after playing the Green Bay Packers, in their last 8 games are 1-7 straight up. Caleb Williams is the most sacked quarterback in the NFL in the 2024 season. But I think this is the week things turn around.
I know how you operate, dude. I know you're setting up a Bears pick that whole time.
You can't lose back-to-back weeks in a demoralizing way at home against an in-division opponent. You split these.
Yes.
You split these. You can't lose back-to-back at home, no matter what team you are in the league, to an in-division rival, an in-division opponent at home. They should have won that game last week. The kick is up. It's blocked. Demoralizing loss.
Sad.
The witch should have been dead in the West. The curse should have been over. But now you're staring down the barrel of a Minnesota Vikings team coming into town. I think Caleb gets over the hump fully this week. Should have gotten over the hump
He looked good last week.
You know?
I'll give him that.
He looked good on the phone.
In all seriousness, Caleb did look good.
Hang the banner.
He looks good.
Guy didn't even throw a fucking touchdown.
Getting out of the pocket. No, he played well.
He played well.
He played well. He was a dog. He made some big plays, made some big throws.
But I want to address the other side of the football.
Do it.
Cat's out of the bag. Sam Darnold, he's playing like Sam Darnold.
Yes.
And I think that defense is going to come out for blood. I think the Chicago Bears are going to come out for blood. They should have won week 12. I think they're going to win week 13. Give us the Chicago Bears plus 3.5. Not even a second thought in my mind. Give us the Chicago Bears plus 3.5.
I think these teams are a lot more even than their record says.
Correct.
8-2 traveling to go play a 4-6 team. Also, Bears are 4-2 at home.
I like the Bears money line. It's clear that Caleb Williams plays better. It's clear that Caleb Williams is more comfortable at home.
Yep. Coach is a bozo.
Coach is a bozo. You're coming off a demoralizing loss. The Chicago Bears, they won last week. It shows up on the books as a loss.
Right.
Shows up on the books as a loss. Give us the Bears plus 3.5.
Come on.
Give us the Bears money line. But I really like the 3.5. Let's continue on.
Because then if the Bears bear, you still lose by a field goal. Everything's good. Hunky dory.
Let's continue on down the line.
Oh, God. Somebody in the beginning of the show. Wait, let me find who it was. Says, you're not really going to bet against the Lions again, are you? What's Frank saying?
I can't believe we have to talk about the Detroit Lions.
I
can't believe we have to talk about the Detroit Lions. If you're over on the Instagram, come over to Hold the Phone YouTube, for fuck's sake.
Q Todd said Bears minus 1.5. Let's go.
Give me the Bears minus 5.5. Give me the Bears minus 6.5.
Easy.
Lay that touchdown
Easy.
spread.
I'll give you a touchdown.
Show me that defensive touchdown from the Bears.
Yep.
Sam Darnold literally playing like a fucking Uber Eats driver.
I'm going to plug my computer in.
All right.
Cut.
All right. Lions, Colts. The Detroit Lions traveled down to Indianapolis, laying a touchdown and a half.
That didn't work.
Now it's time to put some of these nuggets to good use.
Come on.
I have nuggets falling out of my butt cheeks as usual. Since 2015, teams coming off a 35-plus point win
This is a hell of a visual.
are 23-35 against the spread. Don't shoot the messenger. The Detroit Lions won by about 102 points last week.
As they do every week, it seems.
Historically, playing in Indianapolis with over a touchdown spread has been tough. In the last 30 years, when the Colts have been a 6-point dog or more at home, they're 13-2 against the spread. It's only been 15 games where they've laid over 6 points at home in the comfort of their own home. In those games, they're 13-2 against the spread. Come on down, Jared, you small-handed bastard, playing indoors again.
Every week, this guy's
Every
inside.
goddamn week.
He never has to go outside.
I'm sick and tired of it.
You think he doesn't have to go outside to get to the stadium, or they somehow just keep him confined?
So nugget number one, since 2015, teams coming off a 35-point win are 23-35 against the spread. That's the Lions traveling to Indianapolis. Traveling down to Indianapolis, laying more than 6 points. In the last 30 years, the Colts, as 6-point dogs or more at home, are 13-2 against the spread. Put it in the pipe, smoke it, sit on Santa's lap, ask him for Christmas for a 7.5-point spread in Indianapolis. Also, let's address Anthony Richardson, who put his full testicles on the table last week in MetLife to get the job done.
Correct.
This Colts team is sneaking up from the back. They're like the inside horse taking the outside, and here comes the final lap.
We got nuggets and asses. We got horses. What was the other one you just used?
Anthony Richardson has made 11 starts in the National Football League. You want to give him shit? You want to say he's a loser? You want to say all these bullshit things? The kid's 22 years old, and he's 8-3 against the spread.
Cover spreads.
He's the most profitable fucking quarterback through 11 games in NFL history, besides like fucking Peyton Manning and Bart Starr.
You can cover spreads in this league. You're good in my book.
Great. Good teams win. Great teams cover. Anthony Richardson knows a thing or two. We saw some signs from Anthony Richardson last week, and everyone wants to continue to stroke off, to jerk the cock off of the Detroit Lions, not us.
Seems like the dude took the benching pretty well, which I like. Bounced back,
Correct.
had his best game of the year.
Correct.
Took the benching well, put it behind him. Uncle Joe's back on the bench.
Correct. He's fucking running over guys to get in the end zone. He's putting his body on the line. I think Jonathan Taylor comes to play in this game. I think Anthony Richardson comes to play in this game. Give us the Indianapolis Colts plus 7.5.
I'm thinking, like, are the Colts going to win this game?
That would be fucking
How many people are going to the ticket booth and putting in the Lions teaser?
6-point teaser.
6-point teaser. Money line.
Money line.
Are the Colts going to win this game?
If my balls were as big as Anthony Richardson's, I would say yes, but they're not.
They're not.
So
moving on.
We'll take the 7.5.
Oh, man. Moving on. Packers, Niners. Ooh.
This fucking game, boys.
One team coming off a sketchy win. Other team coming off a sketchy loss.
Boys, tell more of your friends to join in.
Yeah, can you get more friends to join in?
I feel bad for the kids who aren't in here on a Thursday morning.
This is the same guy who took Jags plus 13. Pablo says, can't fade the Lions. Keith says, pause. Dylan, don't fade the Lions.
Any money line.
Leonardo, best sports betting talk, period. You guys are fucking goats. Thank you.
Come on.
Come on.
You guys are doing it for us. We're doing it
Come
for you.
on.
Salute.
Yeah.
This is the Green Bay Packers revenge game from the divisional round in San Fran.
Correct.
You're one drive away after blowing that game to go to the NFC Championship.
Not just once, dude. Seems like every year for the Packers has ended like this for about a decade, including Aaron Rodgers' career.
The Green Bay Packers are -2 against the San Francisco 49ers in Lambeau. This is the revenge game.
Come on. You're making me nervous.
Loop.
Come on.
The Packers coming off a miracle win. The Niners coming off a demoralizing loss. And now Brock Purdy is listed as an underdog. The San Francisco 49ers are listed as an underdog. Sound the goddamn alarms, because Brock Purdy has only been listed as an underdog once in his career. It's starting to feel like the word is spreading around town that the cats are coming out of the bags. The monkeys are coming out of the bottles.
Puppies aren't on the porch anymore.
The puppies aren't on the porch anymore. They're out in the yard pissing.
Correct.
And they might be shitting too, because the last time Brock Purdy was listed as an underdog was in Philadelphia in the playoffs when the Eagles won that game 31-7, and he didn't even make it out of the first quarter.
That was a beatdown. Niners ran out of quarterbacks in that game.
Correct. And dude, Brock Purdy's questionable for this.
I was going to say, listed as an underdog, also listed as questionable.
He didn't practice Monday. He didn't practice Tuesday. He didn't practice Wednesday.
No practice.
And he's a pretty tough son of a bitch.
Correct.
So the fact that this shoulder injury is taking him off out of practice, and now you're traveling to Lambeau after Geno Smith shoved his fucking balls
at home.
Kittle
and Ayuk banged up too. Also, Christian McCaffrey not really looking like Christian McCaffrey. 3.7 yards a carry.
Correct. All right. And he's been listed. He is 3-0. All right. Fuck. I'm getting fucked up right now.
That's okay. Fight through. Come on.
All right. All we're trying to say is is that we're taking the Packers on the money.
I think Gavin just had a stroke.
I just had a stroke, dude.
You had a stroke.
I had a stroke.
That's okay.
I had a stroke.
Hey, it's not about how hard you get hit.
It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. The Niners season is on the line. And you know what we say to that? Fuck them. Give us the Packers -2. Give us the Packers on the money line, and we will see you on the other side. That's the game in Lambeau.
I want to say one more thing about this game. Packers are coming off a win against the Bears, but I feel like for them, it probably kind of feels like they're coming off a loss.
Correct.
They didn't play well. They almost lost. They're staring death in the eyes this close. Get a block kick, but I don't think they're celebrating too much.
Everyone is looking at this game. It's a must-win game for the Niners, and the Packers are coming off a miracle win where they played like dog shit. So now they're saying it's a bounce back for the Niners. The Packers were gifted a win last week. Let's take the Niners as a dog in a thing. We never see the Niners as a dog.
We're getting choked. We're getting chirped.
Why?
From bunch of Packers always talking Packers. I don't really follow that. Having a stroke and announcing a pick makes it a lock. Why, it says.
Dude, we took the Bears +6 last week. So I don't know what the fuck you're saying when the Packers always talk.
And we did take the Packers on the money line.
And we took the Packers on the money line. Do you want to see
that needle? Yeah.
Fucking Brett Favre threading that
needle.
Yeah. All right. So give us the Packers. Oh, here we go,
dude. Here we go. Eagles -3.
I need everyone in the chat
LA.
to buckle.
Line's coming down. We're already getting reverse line movement.
Buckle their seatbelt right now. Buckle your seatbelt. You're going to need to hold on to your fucking shorts if you're wearing any, because this is the game of the week.
And if you're not, just leave it. You're fine.
Fucking grab your own bird if you're not wearing pants. Here we go. I'm going to look right here.
Come on.
I'm placing my largest wager of the season. I'm placing my largest bet of the season on this game.
I love when you talk dirty.
Under the lights, Sunday Night Football. I'm placing my largest bet of the season on this game.
I'm scared.
And it's $1,500 on the Eagles money line, and it's $1,000 on the Eagles -2.5.
Bang.
If you're going to piss like a puppy, stay on the porch.
Put that in your pipe and smoke it.
Under the lights.
Hit him with more metaphors, dude.
Under the lights. The Philadelphia Eagles have not lost against the LA Rams since they've moved to LA. In LA.
Come on.
I'm going to repeat that one more time.
For the people in the back.
For the people in the back.
For the people in the back.
Since the Los Angeles Rams have moved to LA, the Philadelphia Eagles have not lost to the Rams in LA. This is a home game for the Philadelphia Eagles. SoFi is going to be flipped upside down. And we're talking from the time that it was Carson Wentz.
Correct.
To Nick Foles.
Correct.
To now to Jalen Hurts.
Correct.
The Eagles have not lost in LA. And now they're buzzing like I've never seen them buzz. They're on top of the mountain so high. Like I said earlier, they're going to need a parachute to get down. The Philadelphia Eagles. And Luke, let me ask you something.
Ask me.
Is A.J. Brown playing this week?
Yes, he is.
The Eagles are 7-0.
Come on.
When A.J. Brown puts on the cleats and is on the football field. Matthew Stafford and Sean McVay, when they're listed as an underdog, they're 6-14 straight up. Eagles are coming off extra rest. They go from Thursday Night Football beating the Commanders at home to now another home game out in LA on Sunday Night Football. My plums have never felt so much on the table.
Is that uncomfortable feeling? It feels like if they're that full, it'd be slightly uncomfortable.
My plums
sensitive
are hurting.
Ah.
My plums are hurting.
Oh.
And I'm putting them on the table.
It's getting very vivid.
For the Philadelphia Eagles. Luke.
Yeah.
Let me talk a couple more things. Jalen Hurts this season, it's starting to smell a little bit different. League coming into this season, a little bit of struggles on the road.
Banged up.
This season, 3-1 against the spread on the road. And 3 of their 4 games, 28-plus points.
Last 4 games, 26-plus points. They're buzzing.
How do you like them apples?
Sorry, last 5 games, 26 points.
Last 5 games, 26-plus points.
28, 37, 28, 34, 26.
I want to talk about the defensive side of the football.
Talk about it. That's why we gave you a show.
If the Miami Dolphins can get pressure like they did, prime time, in SoFi against Matthew Stafford, there is a fucking shitstorm of brewing with Jalen Carter coming to town.
Come on.
Man plays every goddamn snap, and it is a tornado happening on the interior of the line of scrimmage for Jalen Carter. Do we want to talk about Guantanamo Bay? Because we're out on the West Coast.
I think we have to.
Do you want to talk about Guantanamo Bay?
It sounds like we're going to.
Week 1, Christian Watson, 1 reception, 6 yards. Week 2, Drake London, 1 reception, 5 yards. Week 3, Chris Olave, 2 receptions, 23 yards. Week 4, Mike Evans, 2 receptions, 19 yards. Week 6, Amari Cooper, 1 reception, 10 yards. Week 7, Malik Neighbors, 1 reception, 9 yards. Week 8, Jamar Chase, 2 receptions, 19 yards. Week 9, Brian Thomas Jr., 2 receptions, 22 yards. Week 10, C.D. Lamb, 2 receptions, 14 yards. Week 11, Sunday Night Football. Week 11, Monday Night Football, Terry McLaurin, 0 catches, 0 receptions.
I was worried you were going to pass out.
Welcome to Guantanamo Bay. Welcome to Guantanamo Bay. Cooper Kupp, Puka Nacua, Cooper DeJean, Quinion Mitchell.
I haven't listened to a word you said in about 5 minutes. I'm just rooting for your life, dude.
All we're saying is give us the Eagles minus 2.5.
That is all we're saying.
Give us the Eagles money line. It's the game of the week. It's the game of the year. Give us the Eagles. Fuck.
How you feeling?
Buzzing, dude.
Plums?
Plums are
on fire.
By today's Thursday. I can't imagine how my plums are going to feel by Sunday.
We got green lights, Dr. Facts, dude. He said Eagles minus 6 if you really want to be a G about it. 6.5.
Come on.
Come on.
Right. Let's roll it, dude.
That's how you fucking
You come on.
Come on, mate.
I'm glad Gavin's dead body isn't lying on the desk.
Gavin, you good? You got some
Yeah.
water? You got some water over there, man?
Dude, buzzing, dude. I'm a little too hot this morning, but Eagles Rams. I was saying to Luke yesterday, I'm so juiced to go to that game Sunday. I haven't been this excited to go watch a football game at SoFi in quite some time.
I mean, it seems like Eagles fans take over the stadium, so this should be a good game. I'm excited to watch it.
I went last year when we came out and played out here, and yeah, it was 80%. So I'm sure right now in the state that the Eagles are in, being 8-2, it's the place is going to be buzzing.
Rams are going to be pumping in that crowd noise, dude.
Yeah, yeah, that's for sure.
They're gonna need it. They're gonna need it. And dang, the chat already on my ass about fading the Chiefs. I missed the week last week, and that would have been the week, guys. It would have been the week.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
But I'm excited for the Thursday night game. What kind of bet you guys got for that?
We're rocking with, we don't want to do it. We have to do it. We have the Browns plus 3.5. I think it's going to be a gritty game. A lot of pounding the rock, bully ball on both sides of the football. We're liking Najee Harris yards. We're liking Nick Chubb yards.
Bad weather. Spooky matchup.
There's a little bit of rain, a little bit of snow, a little bit of wind. We like the Browns, dude, plus 3.5. We're going to war against the Steelers off of their biggest win of the year on a short week. You know, it's just where we got to go.
What are we thinking, dude? Give us some locks.
Oh man, I think
we're coming to you for the first touchdown
Steelers.
Too, because I've been looking at a ton of names.
Yeah, me too. But like the Steelers, I think they pull this out. I mean, I wish
hopefully
the
on a
line.
Boswell field goal.
If I'm scared about this, exactly with a Boswell field goal, so like I would want to change the line to minus 2.5 instead of 3.5. I think that might be asking a lot. I think the Steelers are a team. They're just worried about getting the win. And Boswell for a game winner in a gritty, nasty weather game, I just feels like it fits the season that they're having right now. And
yep.
Speaking of the special teams, Danny Smith, hats off to him. And I think tonight, again, I think defense or special teams touchdown as the first touchdown.
Come on.
I think that's
just
the
like
way
their
to
last
go
prime
tonight.
time game, dude.
Guys, I think, but it's scary to think that honestly, and I'm mad that for some reason I bet MGM for me over here in Virginia, I cannot parlay both defenses scoring a touchdown. I can see that happening tonight because you have Myles Garrett screaming off the edge, a wet football all night. Anything can happen with these DNs and these defenses. I think it's a nasty game. So, like, it's going to be one of those games where I think it's either going to be like no touchdowns and a bunch of field goals or it's going to be a lot of sloppiness and it's going to be like defensive touchdowns and people fumbling on special team snaps and things like that. So I think the weather is going to it's going to be a huge factor in this game tonight.
Danny Smith, glue guy legend. I feel like that guy's been all over my screen this year, dude.
I love it, dude. I love it, man. Like,
are you taking Steelers D first touchdown?
Yes, defense or special teams, man. I think it's a value lock just because
dude.
Yo, this is what they do. This is what they do. And if you think about it, bro, they would have had a touchdown on that fake punt if that dude just caught the pass. There was no one there.
That player was so dialed.
So
on their own,
maybe you get like a sketchy short
line.
punt, dude, in the bad weather, guy coming in, you know, the punt team's not down there yet, takes it to the crib.
Hey, I think it's gonna be.
Yeah, dude, it was Calvin Austin last time who returned it for the first tutty.
Mm-hmm.
We were looking at maybe like Njoku because we were looking back at last year when the Browns had their last home game, Thursday night football against the Jets, if you remember. Week 17, Njoku went crazy. He had 80 yards receiving on the first drive or something with Flacco that game. And the Browns lit the Jets on fire. So we were maybe thinking a little Njoku first tutty would be something to sprinkle on. But dude, there's so many names. I mean, Elijah Moore, Cedric Tillman. Cedric Tillman's been a bucket.
Pat
Because Jameis
Fairmouth,
has been throwing the football 40 times a game.
yeah, he
I don't know
has.
about the
And
night
then
though.
and Pat Fairmouth too, like a first touchdown. I
Yep.
think the tight ends, if the weather gets really bad, it's going to be like those short passes. And he's a big target that I think Russell kind of probably trust him. I am a little worried. I don't know if it's going to hinder or help the moon ball if they have crazy winds. I don't know what the moon ball looks like if it if it gets caught up in the wind.
And like another name just dropped in the chat from Austin, Jerry Judy. It's like there's
Yeah.
so many options that Jameis is throwing to. And then on the other side of the football, it's like you got Warren, you got Najee, you got Freiermuth, you got Pickens.
Could be anyone.
It literally could be fucking anyone. That's why I feel like taking a shot on a long shot is a great value play, because in a game like this, it literally could be anyone.
And
Pittsburgh Steelers first touchdown defensively or special teams. Pittsburgh Steelers defense or special teams first tutty.
I just got some information that might help this first touchdown bet make you feel a little bit better, guys. Tonight is the first game Jameis Winston has ever played below 40 degrees, guys. He's a Florida guy. He's a Florida. He went to Florida. There are a lot of these guys who grew up in the South. They don't know what it's like to play ball in the cold. We know about Tua. Tua is like 0-6 in anything under, I think, 40 degrees. So it's a real thing for quarterbacks, guys, like being able to get warmed up, get your arm going. It's different motions. So I think that might play like a factor in tonight's game.
That smells like an interception as a brewing.
This guy likes to throw pick sixes when it's nice out. When it gets below freezing, that could be going the other way real fast.
Real fast, man. Real fast.
All right, should we get to Sunday?
Yeah, and then, all right, Sunday, 3 best bets when looking at the spreads. How we feeling, Nate, for NFL Week 12?
For Week 12, here we go. Surprise, surprise, right? Surprise, surprise to the chat. I do not think the Kansas City Chiefs are going to beat anyone by 11 points. I don't see it. So I am going to go with the Panthers. Plus 11. If you're feeling a little frisky, put them at plus 9.5. I just think the Panthers, they're sick of being everyone's kicking bucket. You got a perfect time to get the Kansas City Chiefs right now. Everyone thinks that, it's the bounce back game. They lost. They're going to go crazy. I just think they have flaws right now that they're just not a team trying to win by that many points. They're just trying to get wins right now. So I just feel like Andy Reid isn't worrying about that. Like
the Chiefs could come out a little flat. I think Panthers coming off the bye after winning back-to-back games. They saw a couple go through the barrel. And Chuba Hubbard's obviously an absolute dog. They lean on him. They chew clock. They time of possession. I mean, we're getting 11. This was one of my early week leans as well.
I feel like that's one where Andy Reid is. There's going to be no tricks. They're going to run the ball a million times. They're just going to grind it out in the second half and win by 7.
Yeah,
exactly. That's what I'm thinking for that game. So a game that, even though I love their defense, I just feel like Detroit continues the belt the ass tour, and I am going to move the line, and I'm going to say Detroit is going to win by 2 touchdowns. So I'm going minus 13.5. That's at plus 165 odds. I just feel like Detroit, they're just on a run right now. I don't think there's any team that is showing the chemistry that they have, and the type of weapons. It's just like if one guy's off, this guy is on. The Sonic and Knuckles, a running back, to have to deal and game plan for both of those running backs. And it's one of those things where if one of them doesn't have a good game, for sure the other one is. And so I just feel like they are in a groove right now that's gonna keep going, and them winning by so much, I just know how it is to be in a locker room. It just gives everyone so much confidence, man. Like so much confidence. And to do that after your quarterback had a 5-pick game, like, is insane. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, I feel like if you're going to take the Lions at 7, you might as well lay the bigger number. Like, if they're going to pound them, they might just kick the shit out of them.
It's really
That's
starting
it.
to remind me now that we're deeper in the season. It felt like this is kind of how the Niners felt last year.
Mhm.
Like this is
Mm-hmm.
a freight
Yep.
train that's going to the Super Bowl, running the NFC. They had a bazillion weapons between Kittle, Debo, McCaffrey. Everything was working just for the Kansas City Chiefs to then meet them. I truly feel that we might see another team just get heartbroken by the Kansas City Chiefs. I feel like the Super Bowl is the Chiefs beating the Lions.
That would be electric.
I think the Super Bowl is the Chiefs beating the Lions.
Dude, the other thing about the Lions is against the Jags, they look like Alabama playing like a Division III team. Like you don't see that in the NFL.
Bro.
From the first quarter on, I was like, they're going to win this game by 50.
Grown men.
Yep.
They look like they were playing a different sport.
Grown man.
It's crazy.
Insane. All right, so that's
And then-
pick number 2, plus 165. Lions minus 13.5. And Nate, third and final.
Last one. Another one
on.
where I'm moving the line because I'm not sold. I think the Bears, I think the dumpster fire, it gets bigger, and I'm moving the line to Vikings minus 9.5. I think they're gonna blitz the hell out of Caleb Williams this weekend. And I think it's that organization inside that locker room, things aren't right. The spirits aren't high, things aren't right. And it's divisional ball time. It's cold in Chicago. It's kind of snowing and sprinkling. He's another guy, California kid. Yep. I'm not sold. Like I played in Chicago. Even when it's not cold, it's cold there, and the wind and everything you have to deal with playing in that stadium, being next to the water. Quarterbacks, you have to learn and do that. And I don't think this is the year that Caleb is going to just, I got it. Because once it starts getting cold, I think that's going to affect his game. And I just feel like the Vikings, they're on a mission. They know who they are and what they're going to do, and they have an identity. And I think it's going to show this game, man. I don't know if I see the Bears bouncing back with
especially
everything
when
that's
you're coming
going
off
on.
a loss like they just did, and you're 4-6, and now it's starting to get cold.
Just fired the coach.
We said it earlier. I mean, Caleb Williams is the most sacked quarterback in the National Football League, and obviously Flores is going to be absolutely dialed. My only thing is that I would say is if you flip it and go on the other side of the football, I feel like Sam Darnold's also playing like Sam Darnold now, and that Chicago defense at home is obviously buzzed, and at least Caleb Williams is a little bit more comfortable at home.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sam Darnold has definitely been sketchy over the last 3 weeks against the Titans, against the Jags, against the Colts on Sunday Night Football. It was 3 straight weeks of Darnold kind of playing like Sam Darnold, and they're still getting credited with W's. I feel like that at some point has to regress a little bit. Interesting game. I mean, they should have won last week, obviously. Absolutely demoralizing loss for the Bears. We'll see. I think it's a Bears win or a fucking beatdown, like you're saying. I don't think there's really any in between. Vikings come out and buzz, or Bears win outright.
I like that.
All right, bro.
Nate, dude.
Thanks for the locks. We'll be rooting for a defensive tutty tonight.
Yeah, Nate, always a pleasure, dude. Really appreciate
you guys enjoy that.
Enjoy
that game this weekend and stay safe out there at the stadium, all right?
We will, bro.
We will.
You're the man. We'll talk soon.
Have a weekend, dude. Have a weekend.
All right.
Going right into our early week leans, dude. We're kind of aligned a little bit, but the Panthers obviously being on there plus 11. But here's some week 12 early leans.
Week 12, dude. I don't like to see week 12.
Week 12 is brutal.
Well, as good as it is, it just feels like there's so much behind us.
I know.
It's all right.
There's more. It feels like there's more behind us than there is in front of us.
It's not even a metaphor, is it?
Luke.
Yep.
Pick number 1.
Oh, God.
Let me just say this. The Patriots have always been cursed, it feels like, even with Brady going down to Miami.
Correct.
This Dolphins feels a little bit more sketchy. We saw the Las Vegas Raiders stick around in a game last week. We then saw them also win a game in SoFi against the Rams.
Yep.
So now they're getting their feet underneath them. Tua being back, obviously massive, back-to-back wins.
Yep.
But I mean, it's a one-man circus for the Raiders with Brock Bowers and they stuck around. Gardner Minshew was able to find yardage. They were able to find first downs. They were able to move the rock. I believe in Drake May. I'm a big believer in Drake May. From the time he first stepped foot on the
Patriots
field,
got a guy.
from the first time he stepped on the football field and threw what? 3 touchdowns?
Yep.
Last week, he was one drive away from beating the Rams. He ends up throwing an interception.
Also, we met him at the rookie camp, and he's a friend of the program.
Yes,
So
which is big.
That's huge.
Which is big.
Huge.
Big. I told him I like taking his overs at UNC since the defense sucked and he was always putting points on the board. And he was like, that is very true. So give us the Patriots plus the 7.5. I think a touchdown against 2 teams who feel like are going to be absolutely battling in the trenches in an AFC East rivalry game.
Yep.
Feels like the right spot.
I'm with you.
Plus, now you're taking them down from Foxborough. You're talking about weather. Now they get to go play in South Beach.
It's nice.
I think it's nice. I think Ramondre Stevenson probably has himself a day. I think Drake May is going to get very frisky with his feet. Give us the Patriots plus 7.5. Next on the board, you're probably not going to like this one. We're going to fade Tommy DeVito.
That's my guy.
The Giants are dead. I believe in Baker Mayfield. They need these wins.
Need him.
It's the NFC South is now open.
NFC South is starting to NFC South.
Yep. Truly.
The first couple of weeks, it looked like the NFC South is back. Now,
Back.
same
The
old
NFC South was fully back, but now the NFC South, Falcons lose back-to-back games. The Bucks are here.
Bucks have lost 4 in a row.
Mike Evans is back.
Yep.
That's massive. What the fuck's Tommy DeVito going to do? Famous last word.
Cutlets.
I know. It's always fluke shit when that man steps under center. But give us the Bucks minus the 6. They have to, dude. I love the 2-headed monster in the backfield right now with Bucky Irving.
Yep.
And
Bucky Irving's a dog.
Bucky Irving's a dog, and Rashad White. And we saw what Saquon Barkley did to this team. Teams run all over the Giants. I think those 2 guys, they have themselves a day. Give us the Bucks minus 6. We talked about this Panthers game. We talked about this Panthers team coming off a bye.
Don't want to lay 11 with this Kansas City team. Not right now.
Give us the Panthers plus 11. Next on the board. I mean, we
best quarterback in football.
Yeah, we had to take the Broncos.
Yeah.
They're so dialed and locked. I just don't see
Usually
a world.
It's locked and dialed.
I just don't see a world where the Broncos lose this game.
No.
And if they're not going to lose, I see them winning by more than 6 points.
Yeah.
So give us the Broncos minus 6.
The Raiders have all 6 in a row. They're in a free fall.
Mm-hmm.
Just keep giving the ball to Brock Powers. He'll keep giving fantasy owners wins, and they'll keep losing football games.
I feel like they have no running game.
Mm-mm.
They have no defense. No. And I feel like Sean Payton and Bo Nix, they are in their bag.
Yep.
Like, so give us the Broncos in an in-division game. I know they're playing in Vegas, but hopefully they can get things going. I also love, the defensive matchups are between the Raiders defensively and the Broncos defensively are completely lopsided. So we'll take the better defense. We'll take the better coach. We'll take the better quarterback. We'll take the Denver Broncos minus 6. Our 5th play, Seahawks money line.
Yep.
Geno coming off glory. They played like dog shit last week. They still managed to get a win. The NFC West completely up for grabs.
They could be in first place if we win this game.
Correct.
Seahawks.
So let's even up the standings.
Yeah.
Let's see the Seahawks get the job done against an Arizona Cardinals team now playing on the road in an in-division matchup. You have to win in-division games at home when you can. This one just so happens to be fucking massive. So give us the Seattle Seahawks, who very similar feel. I have a very similar feel with the Packers and the Seahawks this week.
Yep.
Both teams managed to fight and crawl out on the road with a win. And now I feel like a lot of people are fading those teams.
People are getting hot on the Cardinals.
But I now feel like those teams are due for a great game.
Yep.
Those teams are playing at home.
Yep.
And those teams have massive implication in week 12 in a massive spot. So give us the Seattle Seahawks on the money line.
All teams in that division could be 6-5 by the end of the day Sunday, which would be wild.
Yep. But the Niners, they're going to be 5-6.
Yeah, if everything goes to plan.
If everything goes to plan.
Yeah.
And then the sixth and final early week lean for NFL 12. It's been a glorious show. We appreciate each and every single one of you bastards in here. Drop a sub if you haven't already.
Come on.
We're just going to fade another dead team.
Yeah. At this point in the NFL, if you're dead, you're dead.
The Titans are 1-9 against the spread.
It's unbelievable.
And they blew our parlay last
I
week.
don't want to watch any of this game. It's going to be gross. Don't make me watch the Titans.
Remember I texted you? I said we need Will Levis to backdoor here.
Yeah, I turned it on. The other team had the ball.
Very first throw, intercepted.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They have no life.
No.
That game was also kind of bullshit. They got gifted a touchdown for the Vikings on a flag in the end zone on a 4th and goal. Neither here or there. We're fading a bunch of dead teams.
Yeah.
Luke. We're fading the Giants. Dead. We're fading the Raiders. Dead. We're fading the Titans. Dead. Not trying to reinvent the wheel here. It's around the time of year where teams start to lay down.
These teams have nothing to play for
first picks. That's the fucking they're fighting for draft picks.
Correct.
And that means they are losing.
All right, college football, dude.
Give us those week 12 early leans right there. Put it in the pipe. 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 College football.
Nice little game here, dude. Who would have thought?
Our fireball rivalry matchup of the week.
Nothing better than a little fireball in football, especially in November.
The Hoosiers. This is going to be a chilly game in Ohio. Grab a fireball shooter. Grab a little tailgate action. There's no better shooter in the game than fireball. Or if you're Lupica, grab the whole goddamn bottle.
You got one of these and you're watching football. I mean, life's good.
You're outside. You're trying to stay warm. Fireball, our rivalry game, comes in the Big Ten. The game of the day. The undefeated Hoosiers taking a trip to Will Howard's house in the Ohio State Buckeyes. Lou, when I first look at this game, I say over. Over.
Let's take the over.
Give us the over.
Sit back, have some fireball, take the over. Life's good.
And are the Indiana Hoosiers' cheeks due to be clapped?
Oh, yeah.
I feel like the Indiana Hoosiers' cheeks are due to get clapped.
Good thing is we're going to find that Saturday. That push is coming to shove.
And do you know, so I'm pretty sure this is college football week 13. I think the Hoosiers are now what? 11-1 against the spread. The one game we took Michigan in Indiana. Michigan covered.
Mm-hmm.
That was great.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful thing.
I think that was their only game they haven't covered. Indiana, I'm pretty sure when I checked, is the most bet on ticketed percentage in college football week 13.
That makes sense, dude. I think there's a crazy stat at like 75%. If two teams in the top 5 play and the spread's over 10, the favorite always covers.
But what I would say back to that is the team getting less than 50% of the bets in a top 10 matchup covers like 65% of the time.
All right.
So I think, but I hate fading Indiana is my only thing. So that's why I like the over. I like the over.
Sit back,
like
take the over. Don't choose a side.
I like
Life's
points.
Good.
I like points. I think Indiana fights. I think Ohio State puts up a bunch of points.
Yep.
Here we're just going to say, I can't bet against a coach who only knows how to win, especially when it's 13.5 points.
I'd take the points if I had to. Let's get to the guest calling, dude.
We'll get over.
Come on, who we got?
Guest calling. Who do we got?
Just drop the link in.
Drop the link.
Oh, we just had Q Todd and then we lost him. Links in the chat. Get in. All right. We're having some. Oh, there we go. We got Q Todd.
Q Todd.
Come on.
What's up, fellas?
Favorite part of the show right here.
Favorite part of the show, every show. Q Todd, how we feeling? How you doing? How you been?
We're doing fine, fellas. How y'all doing?
Good, man. Good, man.
We're doing great.
Which dogs are barking, dude?
Not too many dogs are barking this week. It's week 12, late in the year. So we'll go with some favorites. I love Philadelphia -6.5 this week, fellas.
That's
it's
huge.
a freaking lock for me. I
Massive,
gotta put it in. I gotta go with them. But my favorite game is today. I'm choosing the Browns money line today, fellas.
Nice. Sloppy
And I'm
game,
laddering.
dirty weather in division.
Music to my ears coming from the man, the myth, the legend, Q Todd, who sings at a speed. always just
Dialed.
sniping
Dialed.
Yeah,
hits.
the Titans kind of fucked me off last week, but we're gonna bounce back this week.
Dude, that
The other play that I love,
game was such bullshit.
yeah. But the other game I love, the other bit I love is the under tonight. It is freaking cold as
Yeah.
shit in Cleveland. I'm kind of laddering it under because I think the first quarter is gonna be back-to-back touchdowns. I got Jerome Ford as my first touchdown today, too, fellas. I can
All right.
see Jameis Winston throwing the fade down the line, giving the ball to Nick Chubb, and right when they get to the goal line, they're gonna stick Jerome Ford in there for their first touchdown, fellas.
Be so
Hell yeah,
sharp.
dude.
I do love that
By
play.
the score 10-7. Ladder the under. Ladder the under.
Two first quarter touchdowns and a final of 10-7. You could really get a big ticket on that. Hell yeah, dude. Thanks for the call. We'll be watching. We'll be rooting for the Browns.
Let's go.
You the man. All right, we got Moses.
Moses,
What
what's
up,
good,
bro?
dude?
Yo, what's up, boys?
How we doing,
All
dude?
right, man. We're good. We're good. I've been thinking a lot on this game. I know Jameis is never one to to lie down and roll over, no matter the record. But given the weather conditions, I'm gonna be slight on this one, but it's gonna be a nice little parlay. Uh, Najee Harris, first touchdown score. I
All
could
right.
see Pickens getting it down there, but just given the weather, they're gonna punch Najee in.
Yep.
David Njoku, anytime touchdown scorer. I gotta go Browns money line. And I actually, I hate to disagree with Q Todd because he's always hitting, but I gotta take the over. The over is exciting. And I feel just fluke shit is just gonna be happening in this divisional game.
Yeah.
We're gonna be seeing
I know. I
Jameis
see both
slinging it.
sides.
I see both
Yeah.
sides.
That's a tough
I
total.
kind of want to sprinkle on the no touchdown as well too.
Yeah.
Just so in case if it does happen, we're not looking at ourselves being like, why didn't we at least sprinkle on no touchdown?
try it.
Especially in a game like this. All right,
Hell yeah,
bro.
boys. See you on the other
Thanks for
side.
the call. You the man.
Appreciate it, bro.
Who we got? Keith? Keith, what's happening?
Hey, fellas, can you hear me?
Yeah, we got you.
Yeah. All right. Hey, so I want to touch on that Dolphin and Patriots game because I think that there's something that we're missing there. I think the Dolphins are back, guys. I think at this point in the season, now that we've got Tua back, it seems that we're trending up on points. So I like the over 46 on that Dolphins and Patriots. I think they're going to be in Florida. Good weather. Patriots got Drake May. They're scoring a little bit of points here and there. Defenses aren't great. Dolphins scored 27 against 2 weeks ago. They scored 30 something this past weekend. I think that offense is back. I can see them scoring over 46. They've been covering the last 2 weeks. I like them with the +7, and I think that that they're gonna trend up and try to sneak into the playoffs at the end. But I think that that's a
all of a
sneaky
sudden
play.
they're right
That
back in
Dolphins
the
over
playoff
46.
picture, 4-6.
So I like that Dolphins over 46. That's my lock for the week.
Hell yeah,
Don't
dude.
hate it, dude.
We
Don't
love a
hate
lock.
it.
We love a lock.
Keith, we appreciate you, brother.
Yes, sir.
All right, we got one more. We got Zeke, my guy.
Yo.
What's happening,
You
bro?
look dialed, dude.
How are we, gentlemen?
He's in his son. You look great, dude. You going to prom?
Yeah, I'm all right. I'm going in
Yeah.
on my off day. I'm feeling good, looking sharp. I'm going to give you two real quick.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, LaSalle Explorer is playing about 1 minute. They're a -1.5 spread. You can give me them.
All right.
Then I'm coming back at 3:30 for the tournament CBB action because why not? Give me Oklahoma State +1.5 against FAU. FAU barely won last game against Liberty. I watched them. They didn't really look that great. So I think you can grab them right here. I think a lot of squares are going to be all over FAU because they're the last tournament run.
Donkey
And then
hours.
This fucking
NFL
kid, dude.
tonight. It's disgusting. It's gross. Give me the Browns. See you guys later.
Come on.
A lot of Browns talk kind of scare me.
Wow. We got a hell of a weekend of football coming up, dude.
I know.
Sunday,
Sunday's gonna be a lot.
we go to Cosm for 49ers Packers. Looks like you're at the game.
Yep.
Only better place to watch a game? I don't know. Arguable.
Yeah.
Then we go to SoFi.
Walk across the street to
Eagles,
SoFi.
Rams.
Fellas, no one has it better than us.
No,
We appreciate each and every single one of you on the other side of this
we
screen.
really do.
We have a BetMGM ski ball.
Bang, dude. Like you read about, Nels. Come on.
Come on.
Looks like a prime Tiger Woods. I don't know why I always make the golf analogy. It just feels like a golf swing.
Yep.
Even though it's skee ball, you know? Up and back. Come on. Oh my God, 2 for 3.
So Zeke had LaSalle.
Yes!
So Zeke had LaSalle.
LaSalle Explorers over the UC San Diego Tritons.
And then Oklahoma State against FAU.
Yeah.
And then the Browns.
Take the other sides.
Take the other sides, fellas. You'll be rich.
See you on Sunday.
Fellas, hell of a show. It's 10 o'clock on the dot. We will see you on Sunday for the witching hour for degenerates. Also, real quick, 25% off right now on the Friday Beers merch shop.
Dude, I'm wearing merch too.
I'm wearing this merch. This is
Gas! Look at that.
throwback. This is throwback merch.
I look dope.
Merch.
You look decent. I look
This is
sick.
throwback merch.
Look at this. You
Back
look just
and
like
forth.
me.
Back and forth.
Gas.
One more.
One more.
Yes. Bang. This is throwback merch, but we just dropped a holiday collection. Make sure to go check it out. 25% off on the almostfriday.com. Almost Friday shop. Almost Friday shop. Fellas, we love you.
See you
We'll see
Sunday.
you on the other side. We'll see you Sunday.